Anyway, nasulat namin ang piyesang ito bilang mensahe sa lahat ng hindi nagmahal sa amin.
From Yuta Takimoto of Honey and Clover, I've been wondering all this time whether there's any meaning to a failed love. Is something that will disappear the same as something that never existed? We have a list of names, but we'd rather not mention them. Let's call them Teddy Bear,
Ferris wheel,
December,
Budapest,
Wong Kar Wai.
cafe mocha with mint.
This is no character assassination or a pity party like the ones on television. No
No
insinuation,
accusations,
no degradation.
and no,
This is not some form of ego-tripping masturbation. Just two people having certain declarations about you, who did not love me back. On your 15th birthday, I gave you a teddy bear to keep you company during lonely nights. In return, you gave me fire like it was the last piece of warmth I am ever allowed to feel from you. I have learned to find beauty in the interests of my skin where you left scorch marks of your name. I was a blank canvas before I met you. And despite the days I spent trying to erase you from my body, I am now a walking piece of art.
you, but did not love me back. I still remember how afraid I used to be of overpass bridges, of tall buildings, how I cringe at the thought of riding a helicopter. But remember that day when for the first time I rode a body of Fiesta Ferris wheel with you, and God, I did not know how wonderful it is not to be landlocked. You were the greatest fear I ever conquered. I'm not sorry to have wished to be conquered back.
You, who did not love me back. I traveled hundreds of miles to a strange city so I could see you that one night in December. I promised I'd be braver, to walk the unfamiliar streets like I have never feared the dark. But you had eyes that made it impossible for me to go through that night without grasping your hand and praying you will never let go. P.S. I wish you well on your wedding day.
You, who did not love me back. I imagine you now, sitting outside a coffee shop in Budapest, reading Susan Sontag or John Updike, you regular Peter. I imagine you just forgot about us mortals, us tattooed wrists. I imagine that our lives just forked somewhere in the road, but you are somewhere. We survived telling ourselves that you are still somewhere. I no longer wish to be loved back. I just sometimes wish you were still here.
You, who did not love me back. You made me listen to all your favorite songs, made me see all your favorite films. Chungking Express 1994 by Wong Kar Wai. Right then I knew that you were something, that it would take great restraint to keep me from falling. But just as I drowned in the vast universe you have welcomed me into, you chose to abandon me. I guess that's how I learned how to swim.
You who did not love me back. I will always remember those October nights, the damn taxi ride to your home, the warm bus trip on the way to mine. This is how I end things, I thought. Gave you CDs and a large cup of coffee. Checked for the last time if you could see me. It's funny how I still order your favorite, cafe mocha with mint. And it's amazing how I get to point at each scar with a joke now, when you never were, you never are. But you are no longer my book.
And I'm no longer just a chapter. I am more than just a plot twist, and you are not my main character. Our story is over, but mine still goes on. You who did not love us back.
You who did not love us back. Let me mend the cracks you have left me. Let me take the guilt off your shoulders.
These are mine. Let me immerse in the quiet of your absence. I have never heard my own music so loudly.
I am sorry. I never meant to assign you power you did not vie for. Never meant to make you the villain.
Now I'm certain we just happen to be in two different paths, meant to cross but not to last. Forgive me for planting grave marks where you left seeds. I was too angry to see the blooming flowers in the trail you left behind.
I turned unwilling, so unkind, made distance just another word for cruel, branded myself a fool for seeing paradise in the meadow, called myself brave for basking in my sorrow, called you a coward for refusing to jump.
When the truth is this:
we all have cliffs we need to leap from. And I just wasn't yours.
I just wasn't yours, but teddy bear.
Ferris wheel,
December,
Budapest,
Wong Kar Wai.
cafe mocha with mint.
Look
At all the love I have saved for another. I have lived from another. Ay, naku. Ang ganda na eh. Kaso nasabi ko lip kesa lip.